Merry Christmas, mamas! Whether you are currently cradling your little one by the tree, rocking your baby, enjoying a rare quiet moment, or multitasking with gift wrapping and feeding, I am so grateful that you are spending part of your holiday with me. Today is all about you. It's all about giving yourself the gift of grace, giving you practical tools to navigate the day, and maybe even giving you a little bit of joy. Let's just pause a little bit and just acknowledge a few things. The holidays can be a really magical time for some people. For some people, it may be a really daunting time. It may be a really sad time. Maybe you've lost a family member. You have some not so fond memories during that time. And so the holidays can come with a lot of different emotions and feeling for a lot of different people. And really, the holidays can feel like a marathon, right? Whether you have a big family, this is not your only child, there's a lot that needs to be done. And it can just feel like you're constantly on the go, 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 and you're not taking the time to pause and take care of yourself. And so now, when you add the postpartum into the recovery, honestly, I can understand the feelings that you are experiencing. Overwhelm. Mama, I want to tell you something. You have already given the world an incredible gift this year, and that is your baby. Nothing else is needed, right? You don't have to sit here and wrap gifts and try to think of who needs what. This year, you birthed a beautiful baby, and that is your gift to the world. All right? So let's just focus on giving yourself the gift of peace and giving yourself the gift of self care today. Release all the expectations, release who didn't get what, who didn't get this gift, you forgot to pick up this. It's about you today. Let's try to give you peace and care. So, in today's episode, we are going to cover some practical strategies to help you navigate holiday gatherings, find time for yourself, and keep things simple. We're also going to talk about how to just infuse light and joy into your day, how to foster traditions, because amidst all the chaos, we can still have some holiday magic. And so we definitely want to discuss and talk about that. Okay, so now that we've gotten all the formalities out of the way, the first thing I want to talk about is managing social expectations, boundaries. Can you say it with me, Mama? Boundaries. This Christmas, I am going to set boundaries. The holidays are a time for togetherness, so there's going to be a lot of people in your space, but you have to remember that your recovery comes first, your peace comes first, and if you start to feel stretched thin or simply feel like things are getting overwhelming, it is okay to set boundaries. I'm going to give you a couple examples to help you out. Listen, guys, we would really love to celebrate with everyone, but this year we're just keeping it really low key as we focus on rest and bonding. We would love to stay all night, but this year we are just going to go home, relax by the fireplace, and just keep it really low key and spend some time with our baby and just resting. Thank you so much for inviting us. We'll stop by for a little while, but really, we need to leave early to keep everything on track and to keep the routine going. Can you remember some of these? If you need some more tips, just let me know, but I have several, right? You have to have some back pocket comments, some things that you can say when people are going to ask you to stretch yourself thin because it's the holidays. You're definitely going to run into that. Not every event or tradition needs your energy this year. You, whether it's you by yourself or whether it's you and your partner, you need to decide which gatherings are the most meaningful and which gatherings are that you're going to go to. Otherwise, prioritize your rest, right? Think about quality over quantity. Okay. And once you've done that, you really want to break up your day into chunks, manageable chunks. Don't think about what's going to happen in the next 12 hours and all this, that. No, break it up into little chunks. Okay. So break it up into the morning. So in the morning, it's just going to be quiet family time. Maybe you're going to drink some warm hot chocolate. You're going to snuggle with your baby. And then maybe put the family visitations in the afternoon. And maybe that can be 3 hours. We're going to go over to grandma's house or my friend's house, and we're going to do a couple activities. And then in the evening, we're going to go home, wind down, and that's what it's going to be. Keeping it light. You got to avoid the overwhelm. I keep repeating that because Christmas can be overwhelming, right? And I know some of you are thinking, well, my family this and my family have this expectations and they want us to do this and everybody wants to come and everybody wants to do this. Okay? Avoid the overwhelm. And another thing in talking about family, you want to make sure that, again, you're really enforcing those boundaries. Everybody's going to want to chime in. They're going to want to give you advice about your baby. This is what you should be doing with the baby. Your baby needs to eat this. Your baby looks a certain way. This is what you need to do. Mm-mm. If you break it up in chunks and you tell yourself you're going to do 2 hours with your family, 1 hour with your family, you can cut down on a lot of these comments because let's be real, family is going to be family. And we need to be able to take in what we can take in, and then we need to go. Okay. So make sure that you are one, setting your boundaries, you're one, putting a set time to how much you're going to give certain individuals because you know your people, you know your family, you know your friends. And so you really want to plan out your day today. Okay. And if you're not celebrating Christmas today, and this doesn't apply to you, that's okay too. But I'm sure there are some really helpful tips that you can get out of this, depending on what traditions that you do on this day. Okay. So avoiding the overwhelm we talked about. We talked about planning out your day. The next thing I really want to talk about is self-care on Christmas Day. Mama, you need a toolkit. Every mom needs a toolkit to get through Christmas. Okay. You have your toolkit to get through a busy day. You have your toolkit to get through traveling with your baby. You have your toolkit to get through doctor's appointments. So we're going to make a Christmas toolkit. And this is something that you can take with you so that things are going to be comfortable and that you have everything that you need close by for the day when you're going. Number one, water. Okay. Keep your water bottle. You got to stay hydrated, especially if you're nursing. Snacks. You may not want to eat everybody's food, right? You may have some restrictions. Your baby may have some restrictions. You don't want to hear it from people. And so pack your own snacks, fruit, nuts, you name it. And then also you want to make sure that you have comfy clothes. If your baby stains your clothes, you want to have an extra pair of clothes and then really gear up to get everything that baby needs, extra diapers, extra burp cloths, whatever the baby needs to get through that day. So that's really my first self-care tip is packing things that you need to get through the day wherever you are going. And the second thing that you need for self-care is finding quiet moments. Like I said, depending what family you have, things can get really overwhelming. It's easy to get swept up in the energy of everything, but you got to find time for yourself during this day. Whether it's a quick shower by yourself, whether it's a walk around the neighborhood, whether it's just going into a quiet room and just sitting, breathing, and resetting, this is really important. Okay. And just really try to prioritize your rest and your recovery. You just pushed out a baby. I know that people may not think this, but I'm going to remind you, you just had a baby. Your body is still healing. And while everything may be going on with the holidays and there's so much that needs to happen, pace yourself. You're going to need to bow out. You're going to need to take a nap. Your health is more important than Christmas. Your health is more important than wrapping gifts. Your health is more important than entertaining. So, mom, you're going to have to dip out. And if your family expects a lot from you, then prioritize yourself and then delegate the tasks. Maybe somebody else can take over that. And if people don't understand that, then that's on them. That's not for you. You do what you have to do to get through this day. Okay. So we've talked about self-care. We've talked about really handling the overwhelm. But like I said, there are joys in Christmas. And so I think one of the special times about having children is now you get to start your own traditions. You get to start to think about how you want to do Christmas, how you want to do the holidays. And so, in the midst of all the chaos and everything that's going on, take the time to just think about how you want to celebrate and create memories for your baby and with your partner, with your family. So, whatever that may mean, don't overload yourself, but remember this is your baby's first Christmas. And so, it doesn't have to be crazy or elaborate. It could be as simple as taking a family photo with some pajamas, right? Maybe you can make an ornament for the baby's first Christmas, put a footprint on a card, sing a holiday song to your baby, read a short book, whatever that looks like, start now. Right? This is your baby's first Christmas. This is your baby's first holiday. And so this is an opportunity to infuse some tradition into you and your baby's life. And if your family wants to get involved in them, let them, right? See how they can be a part of this tradition. Just don't get overwhelmed. And in the midst of everything, make sure that you're able to delegate certain things in the home, like cooking and cleaning, entertaining other people. Get everybody involved in this so that you may feel calm and collect during this time. Okay. And the last thing I want to tell you, Mama, is remember to embrace the imperfection. Everything does not have to be perfect, right? The magic of the season is in the small, imperfect moments. Your baby doesn't care about the picture perfect decorations. Your baby doesn't even care about the traditions. They care about you, and your love is the best gift that they can get. Okay? Acknowledge all the emotional challenges that are going to come with this holiday, right? The holiday can make everything 10 times, 10x. So it's okay if you're feeling a mix of emotions, maybe joy, sadness, nostalgia, overwhelm. There's a lot happening today. Just give yourself permission to embrace all the emotional challenges that come with it. Embrace the imperfection and don't feel judged. At the end of the day, depending how today ends, please remember to seek out help. If today is bringing out emotions that are so strong of sadness, anxiety, depression, thoughts of hurting yourself or other people, Mom, this is the time to seek out help, right? It's Christmas. I know you don't want to bother other people, but moments like this, holidays like this can really be triggers for a lot of people. And so there is no shame in seeking support. Postpartum depression and anxiety is common. And so there's so many resources out there that you can use to call. And I'll try to post some in the description, episode description, but there's a national postpartum depression hotline. There's a lot of local support groups you can call. And you can also call your OBGYN or your pediatrician to see how they can link you to certain resources, okay? This season is just one day. This holiday today, Christmas, it's just one day, right? The love that you are building with your family, the self-care that you are giving yourself, the habits that you are forming right now, they will last a lifetime. You are doing an incredible job, Mom. You're doing an incredible job. It is difficult to go through what you just went through and also to enter a really overwhelming time of the year. Today may not look like how you imagined. Today may not look like how you envisioned, but embrace it all. Okay? So I want to close with just a recap of everything we talked about. We talked about setting boundaries. We talked about simple things, like keeping things simple. We talked about enjoying and embracing the quiet moments and focusing on what matters the most. You, your health, your baby, right? So focus on those things. Focus on what matters, and that's the love that you share. Merry Christmas to all of you. I'm wishing you a day filled with peace. I'm wishing you a day filled with love. I'm wishing you a day filled with small moments of joy. Whether it's a warm snuggle with your baby, a quiet laugh with the loved ones, just the satisfaction of making it through the day. That is what I wish for you. Okay. I would love to see some holiday pictures. I would love to hear about all the memorable moments with you and your family. Share them all on my page. I would love to share that with everybody who listens to this podcast. And so I love hearing from you all. And if you have any questions or need ongoing support, you know how to reach me. You can reach me at info@emcaretou.com or fourthtrimestervoices@gmail.com. Okay. And if you're in Atlanta area and you're looking for a doctor who's going to support you, who's going to be there through the hard times while you're recovering through a really difficult pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum period, do call me. All right. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, have a Happy New Year. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm so proud of you. Remember to take care of yourself. Bye-bye. If you live in the Atlanta, Georgia area, I want you to consider working with EM Care to You. And this is my concierge medical company, and we offer comprehensive care for mothers postpartum. I started the company because I saw a need. I was taking care of so many postpartum moms that had a need, and I wanted to provide a solution for their problem. So at EM Care to You, we provide access to in-home lactation support, pelvic floor physical therapy, mental health support, and more. You can learn more about this at emcaretou.com. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Fourth Trimester Voices. If you have any questions about today's episode or you want to share your story, please email us at fourthtrimestervoices@gmail.com. My name is Dr. Choa, and it's been lovely talking with you all today. Take care.